Hello! I'm Jash, and welcome back to Jash Reads, the series where we read a book cover to cover and discuss it chapter by chapter. Except today, we're reading one of my fanfics, so, it's still writing. So, woo! Yeah. So, if you don't like fanfics, this honestly might not be the stream for you, but maybe you really like Minecraft and want to see how my build's going, so you want to keep up to date with everything, so yeah. Ugh, gosh. So, last fanfic chapter had sexing. This one does not. It still uses a little language, but yeah, it's nothing on that level of last chapter, so yeah. I would have put, marked the sex thing on Twitch, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I would have marked it, only show it to people 18 years or up, so yeah. But anyways, besides the whole reading thing, the fanfic I'm reading, of course, is that part, which is the first part of the By My Soul trilogy, so hey! And besides reading, this series also focuses on my Minecraft builds. Yay! Hopefully, unlike last time, we don't experience any... Why are all the panes just dropped? Why? Well, I guess we're not having any paintings here. I was going to make it nice and classy, but no. Yeah. Also build stuff in Minecraft. So there's some nice visual elements. This location is a really interesting elevation because there's both rain and snow. So nice. And even though this is on creative mode, the lighting during the night isn't too good, so to make things easier for everyone, I just... Oh my god, some of them are like mountain outfits and some of them are regular villages. That's so cute. Just because lighting isn't so great, and I want you all to be able to watch these streams and have a nice easy time, so yeah. So what this is I'm working on getting nice little fields to make a few crops. Though with the whole mountainous area, I'm assuming, herding and such will be a much bigger part of this eventual village. So, yeah. Crops will be for, both villagers and livestock. And the reason I'm putting so many blocks beneath is because fields require water. And I want to make sure the water stays where it needs to stay, so I used to have characters for each sort of stream, Minecraft stream. But I'm hoping possibly only having one character means that it won't crash, or won't crash as much. It was really going wild last stream, so yeah. I love that the graphics are improved, but I swear the game has become much more unstable. So, yeah. I'm thinking more about YouTube's AI age verification. Just like there's supposed to be YouTube Kids for, you know, for kids. So how's it exactly protecting kids? Then, besides that insanity, it's like trusting YouTube AI to do anything correctly. Yeah, I complained about this on another stream, but you know, why not? Why not? I'm worried. Maybe people who watch Skyrim don't watch these dramatic readings, so you know, reach a wider audience. Or me, I just want to complain some more. I really want to complain some more. Yeah, trusting YouTube's AI to just like no, it's going to fuck up. It's going to not do its job properly. And people have pointed out that hey, what if adults are watching childlike things? You know, Minecraft streams. Like hello, or like, how's YouTube really, the AI going to determine, like, an adult based on their on the content they watch? I mean, as I've mentioned before, I have a Bachelor of Arts in English with a specialization in creative writing, meaning I can talk about Shakespeare in detail if you want. I'm going to need to brush up on a few things, but you know, I can do it. But look at what I am doing with my life. I am 38 years old. I have a college degree, and I'm doing this. Like, is the AI going to go, oh, this person is definitely a kid? No, I'm an adult with way too much time on my hand. I'm on SSI, unemployed, and this is how I've decided to find fulfillment in my life. See, I can go, oh, that's definitely a kid. And then say the age verification says, hey, we've determined that you are a kid, so we're going to really restrict your account. And you're going to need to give us some information. I believe there was like a video from the YouTube team to answer questions about this whole AI bullshit. And the video is saying something like, oh, we're not going to save your data for advertisement purposes. Was there? For advertisement purposes. And, you know, listen to that wording closely. For advertisement purposes. We won't save it for advertisement purposes. Which doesn't rule out, you know, other purposes. YouTube could be giving out your information for other reasons. And the thing is, the data will get leaked at some point. As many people have pointed out, it's not a matter of if, but when. That data is going to go somewhere. So, at some point. Like, we're gonna roll out slowly and test things out. Now I know. I've used YouTube for a number of years. I've experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sometimes YouTube can be a nice, really good place. Then other times, what the hell? Okay, that is all built up. Next, we are going to have to figure a nice way to make it nice and easy to get to these fields. And the villager AI will still manage to fuck shit up, so we're gonna love that. Picture. Going to sleep for the evening, so I don't, start reading and then have to walk back inside anyways. But let's give a few warnings. So I am reading my Fic That Part, which is the first part of the By My Soul trilogy, which is a Remedy connected universe and Skyrim crossover. So, if you are not familiar with either series, I don't go out of my way to explain the nitty-gritty of both series, okay? I don't. 2, if you don't like fanfic, I did not write this fanfic to try to dissuade people from the idea of fanfics being just intrinsically bad. 3, this is a crossover fanfic. If you do not like non-canonical crossovers, this probably will not be a thing for you. Let's see, I'm not going to bother counting because I might forget. Anyways, the next point is this fic involves a canon and semi-OC relationship. I say semi-OC because it's Alex Casey with my Dragonborn, and Skyrim is a role-playing game, so people have vastly Minecraft did not like that, but so people have vastly different backstories for their Dragonborn character in Skyrim, so that's why I say semi-OC. 3, This fanfic is told in first person point of view. So if you do not like first person POV, listen, that's your prerogative, that's your thing. But you know, you might want to avoid this. But on the other hand, people that actually hate first person POVs actually like my fics. So, and my original writing, so yeah. Okay. Oh my god, I'm walking through. Where am I? Oh my god. So yeah. Hello, cow. Anyways, I guess we should get on to the main thing. Let's see, how long have I been yabbering? Oh, nice, nice. Let's see, my character's still flickering. Maybe I'll have more luck with another character. Change classic skin. Okay, Minecraft. Andrew's Town. Dragons, birds. Oh, show more. Okay. Guess I had that round. Okay, let's start the actual dramatic reading part of this. A dramatic reading. Oh no. So anyways, okay, here we go. I have it opened on AO3. Yay! So today we're reading that part, chapter 12, Just a Dream. And this is told from Alex Casey's point of view. Whew, let's begin. I opened my eyes. Instead of being in a deceased vampire's manor, I was in an average New York City apartment. There was no roaring fireplace or silence from the world outside. If not for the rain pouring down, I would have been able to clearly hear the sounds from the streets below. It took a moment for me to feel the sweat drip. Sorry, I cannot read my own words apparently. Anyways, it took a moment for me to feel the sweat dropping off my nude body. Maybe I should. God damn it, I'm editing. Sorry, let's try that again because I keep on. I've read this about a million fucking times, and this is the first time where I'm really debating if I used the right word. So let's try this one more time. I will not comment. You can comment down below if you want. I will not, so we can actually finish this very short chapter. It took a moment for me to feel the sweat dropping off my new body. Then I felt the cum that was beginning to dry. The dream had been more intense than any before. Usually anything done in the dream wasn't reflected when I woke. If I came in my dream, I would have to masturbate when I woke up to get any release. I put a finger to my throat and felt where Jash had been me. Or at least I thought I could feel it, as Jash only existed in a dream. He wasn't real. I just wanted him to be. It took a moment to think. The dream would stop feeling so real. I just had to accept that the only way I could find love was through a fantasy. People would always betray you at some point. It would fail you, and I had accepted that. Though I had tried a date or two to replace the fantasy of Jash in my head, they were always too human by the end. The only way I could get any release was imagining Jash fucking me. For years, I had wanted to be dominated by the Saxhleel. I had masturbated to thoughts of him using me as his fuck toy. Every other sexual partner I had was taken care of by me, but I had always taken charge. I had always felt more comfortable leading instead of following. But with Jash, he was different. I knew no matter how roughly he treated me, he always had my best interests at heart. And though he had treated me like his property, he had made sure I was the first to come and didn't have to wait. I let out a sigh at the thought and felt myself slowly start to get hard again. The reality of being fucked by him was much better than I had imagined. Memories of Jash fucking Scout's many marshes were the only way I knew Jash could be much more vocal. But during the dream, he had been nearly silent as he fucked the loudest sounds from me. I turned my head to look at my clock on the unkempt nightstand. Besides the digital clock, lamp, and gun, there was no organization to it. My gun was on top of the clock, which meant I could reach it quickly if anything were to happen. It was late enough that I could go to sleep again and get fucked by Jash for a second time tonight. Before I could tell why, I had reached for my gun. Once the metal was in my hands, I heard someone knocking at the door. I took off the safety before quickly getting up. No one with good intentions came knocking this late at night. Alex Casey! A familiar and irritated voice began to yell at me between knocks. I put the safety back on and returned my gun to its place. Saga Anderson, my FBI partner of a year now, wouldn't be storming my apartment late at night if it wasn't important. She was happily married with a kid, and putting her job before them without reason was unlike her. "Coming, Saga!" I yelled, which silenced both the yelling and the knocking. The only order of business was to get cleaned up. I would have preferred a shower, but there wasn't time for that. However, I was able to wash enough of myself to get the scent of my cum off my skin at least. That didn't leave any time for me to get dressed, though, so I wrapped a towel around my waist. And that is that chapter. As I said, no 6, just, things are brought up. In all honesty, it was definitely... So, to make the next part make sense, I have edited versions for the chapters on my blog. Usually I have edited versions that basically, get rid of the whole explicit sex scenes. Should I do ground or... Oh. Let's spice it up a little bit. Is there any wax copper steps? And the edited versions get rid of, explicit sex scenes, cursing. And when I have to, edit out a sex scene, that's, that's just, easy. I just go, hey, this is how long it lasts. Delete, 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 delete. Ta-da! Easy peasy. But then when I have... But then when it's basically just stuff that's mentioned, you know, nothing's really shown there, then it's like, I can't just go, hey, here's the beginning of the sex scene, here's the ending of the sex scene, boom, boom, done. And then I have to really think. I have to really look at the text and go, okay, I have to delete this part, reword this part, you know, do the written equivalent of bleeping stuff out. So, yeah, this was a little awkward to, to get done. So I was just like, okay, did I get everything? Okay. Very. So yeah, it was. When I had finished writing this chapter, I had been like, this is awkward. Okay, this is going to be difficult. I am not looking forward to putting the edited version of this out on my blog. I managed, of course. But yeah. It's a very short chapter, luckily enough, so I didn't have a lot to go through. Oh. So, on the plot side of things, you know, not behind the scenes, but on the plot side of things, well, this chapter is so short just because the whole point of it was to allow people to get a breathing room from like 2 or 3 chapters of, you know, intense plot stuff. Just give like a little bit of breathing. I might fill some of these with grass blocks depending, but yeah, we'll see. And so, you know, because it's been intense with plot development, since I wanted to give readers a chance to take a little breather. And I decided to do that by showing how Alex has reacted to this. Like, what did he think? Was he actually changed by the experience of meeting Jash and realizing, oh, Jash is actually real. He's not just something from my fantasy. That he's an actual real person. I would say real. I was about to say real human being, but yeah, Jash is not human. He is a Saxhleel, what most of you who play Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls series would know as an Argonian. Saxhleels are just what the Argonians call themselves. It means people of the root, and that's because the Hiss created them. If you want to learn more useless facts, stay tuned. There will be plenty more. So, sorry. I'm just wondering how my villagers are getting themselves killed now. And it turns out Alex Casey is still under the belief that Well, Jash is not real. It's just something his mind has created because he wants to find, love again, but he just doesn't think he's worth it. That's something for him. And he's a very rational person. And, basically astral projecting to another reality to meet the man you're destined for is not something that, rational person readily accepts. It would be nice, make things easier, but that's just not Alex Casey's character. So yeah. So he's like, hey, all these odd things that happen. So he wakes up from this dream, what he thinks is just purely a dream, and it's like, hey, all these things don't normally happen, but he still thinks it's a dream because he's had no evidence to suggest otherwise. So even though things are a little off, his mind goes to, well, the most rational explanation would be it's just weird. Doesn't mean Jash is real. Well, the chapter ends with Saga Anderson coming for some reason. The next chapter will give Alex the information necessary to make him know that Jash is actually real, so. Okay, we have a nice walking area. I think we're going to change a bunch to grass. So that's all with the reading and discussion, and before we get to the links, please like, subscribe, do everything that makes the almighty algorithm happy and makes it more likely for more people to see me. Appease our eldritch god of horror. And also, comment down below on anything else in the chapter that I didn't talk about, what you would like to know. So. Now that part is complete, and I'm now working on the second part of the Fic trilogy, Hunter, so. Hey. I don't know why I said that, because I should bring it up later, but. So, anyway, before we get started on the links, some of the links are from our Amazon associate links, which means if you buy something via those links, not only do the original creators get paid, but I get a little something from it, so it's a way for you to help, the original creators, and me. Yay! Oh my gosh. So, and if you're watching this live on Twitch, little the link, I'll be putting the links down shortly after I finish streaming, so if you're watching live you won't see them now, but don't worry, in a little bit you will. Yay! But if you're watching this on YouTube, that's really not going to be a concern because it's going to be right there. So, let's get started on the little linky poos so that Jorah can get let out and Danny can get put in. So, hey. So the first link, of course, is to my fic, that part, so you can read it yourself and be like totally impressed. 'Cause I'm amazing. Oh, fuck. I swear this game. I swear. But anyways. So as I mentioned before, that part is currently complete. So if you can read the entire thing. You don't have to wait for me to slowly get through it. And I've also started on part 2 of the trilogy called Hunter. So, you know, you have even more to read. So, yay. There was a delay with that sound. So, you know, if you read the fic, you like the fic, you know, leave a kudos. Unfortunately, you can only leave one kudos for the entire fic. You can't see a banger of a chapter one after the other and, you know, do multiple kudos, so, yeah. Also, you can subscribe to the second part of the trilogy so you can continue this adventure on even more. And the next link is to where you can get your very own copy of Skyrim. I play Skyrim nearly every day. Like, I thought I was going to be able to play it casually. Oh god. Oh, is my bird outside? Okay. So. Yeah, he's flying towards me. So yeah. I thought I could play it casually, but, you know, I'm writing this crossover fic involving Skyrim, so, you know, yeah, I thought it's just gonna be casual. It was not casual. I wouldn't be writing a fic if I was playing Skyrim casually. And you can choose, you know, different races to play each race. Oh, I got through all this. I guess not. There we go. Well. And each race does have its set of perks. If you're deciding to, like me, play on survival mode, some races, stats that aren't important if you're not playing on survival mode become very important. There's a lot to do in game. Like, even outside the 2 main quests, there is a bunch to do. And the next link is to Alan Wake 2. I'm a big fan of the Remedy Connected Universe. I got into the Remedy Connected Universe before I thought I could really start playing games. You know, I didn't think I had good enough hand control. But honestly, I was playing Minecraft that made me realize, oh, I have good enough hand control to play other games, so yay! So it's become a little goal of mine to play all Remedy Connected Universe games. I'm getting through the legal RCU because Remedy doesn't own rights to all of its games, so everyone knows that they're part of the RCU, but you know, legally, shh. But with the FBC Firebreak that came out recently, since it's multiplayer, I don't really think I'll ever do it. So, yeah. But I am now nearly done with playing Alan Wake 2, though I am going to do New Game Plus because that's how you get the true ending, and I do not want to end on that cliffhanger. Just no, I can't. It's a good game. I'm playing on story mode because I'm not that good of a gamer, honestly. But it's fun, engaging. You play as Saga, Anderson, and Alan Wake, and both characters play differently. Both characters' game segments are different, so it's not like you're going to be doing the same thing over and over just with a new skin. And it's also good for new and returning players. Saga Anderson honestly seems there for new players to get adjusted to the world, while Alan Wake is there, you know, for his story to continue. Oh God. And next link is my Twitter account, and I am Jashikins on Twitter. Yay! And if you want to talk all things Elder Scrolls, Remedy Connected University, I'd love to chat. And if you want to talk about other fandoms, I am in other fandoms too, so. Okay, and next link is to my Patreon. And my Patreon helps support not only this stream, but all my other streams, the original books I'm releasing, and like God, every odd thing I'm doing on my blog. This is probably unsafe for villagers, but you know. Oh well. Like, can I do the same thing with a hoe? Let's find out. Oh, I can just use a hoe for that. Okay, good. And there are currently 2 tiers on my Patreon. The $1 tier to get exclusive designs from me, and a $5 tier to see, you know, see the cover reveals for my original books. So if you're, and the cover reveals are also where I do my title reveals, so you can see those before anyone else. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Yeah, and if you don't have to be in any tier, you just have to financially support me on Patreon, and you will get the first chapter of any upcoming Kafka's Men book. So you could see that before anyone else. You get a nice little look into the upcoming book. So yay! And if you are, of course, wondering what the fuck is Kafka's Men, why should I care? You're in luck, because that is the next and final link. And Kafka's Men is my original book series. It's a reverse harem series. It's dark romance. If you like your slow burns slower than a motherfucking glacier, you will love this series. And you know, if you like your love interest, you're not exactly goody two-shoes, you like troubled, conflicted, you will like this series. It's also a little bit of superhero, grimdark superhero series, so besides all the nice little romance, there is some body horror. So we'll go down until it actually sets. Guess we better plant quickly, because that seems to be covered up. Let's do standard wheat. Oh God. Yeah, so currently there are 8 of the Kafka's Men books out. I am currently working on the 9th book, so things to look forward to in the future. Yay! Oh my God! And that is all the links. We've done all the dramatic reading, so we're going to finish planting these seeds. And then we will be ending the stream. Yay. Let's see if I've done all about the complaining about YouTube AI 18 plus. So let's see what else is there to talk about. I'm going to the vet tomorrow because my bird's talons need to get clipped. Moby was enjoying one of his favorite toy and he got stuck twice in a row, so you know. Yeah. Shit, who's... Okay, my dad's calling. I will call him right after I finish. Okay, let me take nice screenshots of what I've worked on today. Let's see if we... Yes, we can get that all done in one foul scoop. Okay. So that will be it for today. Thank you everyone who watched. You know, if you read my fanfic, I'll see you on AO3. And oh yeah, I should have, goddamn, updated on the streaming schedule for the near future. So late tonight, I will do more of the Soma live stream. So yay, nice spooky stuff at night. So yeah. And then tomorrow tomorrow I will be doing the commentary stream of Stardew Valley, so you know. Yeah. I forget what animal we're on there. I know with the no commentary, I'm on ducks. Anyways, that'll be a venture for me to find out tomorrow. And until next time, whenever that shall be,